Hi, I'm Kelli,
I'm Alisan.
I'm Leah.
And I'm Kristin.
and this is Fear and Wine. Hi, welcome to Fear and Wine. We are back from our little vacation for the holidays, so hopefully everybody had a good holiday. And
Yes.
yeah.
Sorry.
We are covering Welcome to Derry. So Kristin and I watched this. We were a little late. We did watch it after all of the episodes came out, but we loved it, and we decided we want to cover it. It's not too far removed from when it came out. I know people loved it, so we definitely want to cover this TV show because it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But before we get started, we have some actual news to cover, and that's because 3 of the 4 of us, one of our favorite shows, is back out, and it's The Traitors.
Girl.
I know Leah doesn't watch it, but it's all the talk, so we do have to talk a little Traitors. There's 5 episodes out already. It's been 2 weeks, and we have 5 episodes.
That's too much.
Even
So
so
it is
far,
too much.
right?
Listen,
I know.
hearing you guys discuss it in the group chat with zero context is like one of my favorite things. You say the craziest stuff, and I'm like, what the hell are they talking
Of
about?
salmon and shit, yeah.
The whole world is talking about it, and Alisan and I talked yesterday. We're worried that it's going to do like what happened this past season with Love Island, and people who aren't true fans are going to mess it up
Ruin it.
with all their
Make it
PC stuff
unbearable
and
to
make
watch.
unbearable to watch. Like, you can't do this, you can't say this. They're in the midst of a game. They're going to say some crazy stuff.
Mhm.
You
Right.
can't.
Well, I've seen plenty of gay men come out in support of Michael Rappaport.
I have too,
Regarding,
surprisingly.
yeah, so I don't think I've learned all kinds of horrible things
Regarding
about that
what?
Colton guy.
Oh yeah, Colton's not a good person.
Colton is not
He's
a
a
good
terrible
person. He
person.
never. That's why I said I've never liked him.
I
And
think
I
he's
can't-
using his sexuality as a manipulation to stay in the
I
game.
agree.
Honestly,
He is.
I agree. And he put a tracking device in a girl's car
Yep.
and shit. Like,
I
yeah.
remember that.
yeah.
Oh my.
I remember when
Yeah.
all this happened. It's like, but you did The Bachelor 3 different times. You did Bachelor in Paradise, Bachelorette, and The Bachelor.
Yes. I mean,
So-
come on now.
I mean, you're on a show called Traitors. You're not like gonna be like have the nicest, most, agreeable like
Right.
people
Well-
on the show. You want people who are gonna kind of be a little bit
Yeah, you
Really
want
great.
feisty people.
Well, yeah.
But the thing is, the Traitors are picked randomly. So it's not like the people who are getting, like, if you're watching the show right now, what's the chef that we like? Kristin? Is that her
Kristin?
name?
Oh,
Kristin,
Kristin,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is Kristin. She's getting a good read on Colton, but her
For the wrong reasons.
signals are picking up on assholes. Like, you're getting a good
Yeah.
read on them, but that doesn't
Yeah.
mean they're a traitor because it's randomly picked. It has nothing to do with their personality who becomes a
Right.
traitor.
Mm.
So, but
This has been
I don't know.
a
It's
fun
very
season.
good.
Yeah,
Huh?
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying this season a lot.
Can you
Yeah.
tell me more about the salmon situation?
They don't serve enough
It's
smoked
pissing me
salmon.
off. It really is. I don't understand
is.
why the last people that come into breakfast can't get salmon. Like,
Put out a
who's saying-
second plate.
Put some
mean,
more
seriously.
out.
It is a
Like-
tiny plate of salmon that they put out. So, like, literally the first 5 people eat all the salmon.
What?
And it's a little bitty plate. Why don't they put out
It
multiple
must be
platters
good,
of
but
salmon?
like,
salmon.
if you know it's that good, put more out.
Is it like a way to try to get to
It
show
has-
dominance? Like,
Oh,
if I
it
get
has
to
nothing to
breakfast
do with the
first, I
show.
eat
It
It
all
has
the
nothing to
salmon?
do with the show, Lee. It's never happened before. This is the first
It's just,
season.
It's just something that
that the
finally
salmon
I
has
feel
been
like
an
they're going to try to
issue.
sell this smoked salmon to us and come and, there's going to be an ad
Right?
somewhere in the middle for some smoked salmon.
I
and-
know. Is it not in the
Mhm.
budget? A second plate of salmon in the morning? I don't know what the issue is. But
We're renting a
there's-
giant castle in Scotland probably ain't cheap. So I don't know.
Gotta cut
Or
corners.
they don't even stay there. Did you hear that?
They don't. No, they don't stay
No,
there.
they
No.
don't.
Oh, so that kind of.
Yeah.
What do they
Well,
use it
you-
for, like the backdrop, and then they actually film somewhere else, or they
like a
film there
Hilton.
but
They
they
film
stay
in it.
somewhere else?
They film in it. They just don't sleep there. They go to a hotel.
Yeah. It's
Oh.
like
They
a
act like
set,
they do.
and then they go, yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
But they film in it. They use the grounds for the games. So all the rooms that they're having their little chats in and where they eat and stuff is in the castle. But they go to a hotel at night, which you would, I guess, if you watch the UK, you'd know that because you actually see them get in the cars each night. So that's how I learned they don't actually sleep there. In the US,
haven't
they
watched
try
the
to make
UK
it
one.
seem like they go upstairs and go to bed. But UK, they just
Yeah.
put them in a car and took them to a hotel.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay. Less smoke and mirrors. I don't
yeah.
mind. And no, so that guy Rob, I'm one of the few people that did not really care for him on Love Island. I guess
I
other people
loved him.
did. But I like him on this show. I think he's doing a
He's
great
great.
job.
Yeah, I love him
Mhm.
on here. I was okay with him on Love Island. It was take him or leave him, but I love him
Mhm.
on this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I liked him on Love Island. Well, I liked him his first season where he was on Casa Amor. I thought he was
Oh, I didn't
cool.
see that.
Then when he came on
When
the
he was with
full
Cassie.
season, he was fine. It didn't really bother me. But I'm loving him now. I wish he would put a blouse on at breakfast, but that's about it. That's
Is
all I
this the
need.
guy
Just
with the overalls with no shirt underneath
yep.
that I saw the
Mhm.
photo of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just wants to
Okay.
show off those tattoos, I swear, like, that's his whole he had a different overall set on Love Island, a darker one.
Mhm.
I don't know
Right.
how many pairs he has, and now that some people complimented him, I have a feeling that we're gonna see him top again.
I
Uh,
know, but
I
it's like it's cold in Scotland. We can tell by the way everyone else is dressed. Just put a shirt on.
Listen,
Just at breakfast.
the way he almost crashed out when he told Michael that that's not the meaning of commiserate was
that was
he was about
great.
to cry. I was like, "Hold on."
That was wonderful.
He blew his cover though, because part of what I think is good for him is people thinking he might not be that smart and he's just a
Oh,
physical
really?
force, and I think he should have just kept that intelligence to himself, to be honest with you. I would
Well,
have
it
noticed
pissed
it.
him off. That must have been one of the words his mom drilled into his head, and he said, "You are not gonna get this wrong."
Or he like missed it in a spelling bee when he was a
Right,
kid and
like
it's like the
that
bane
word
of his
really got to
existence.
him.
Yeah.
That he could not
Okay,
let
and
it go.
Michael
I mean, Michael
Rappaport
did say it like 9 times in a row, I
yeah,
swear.
He
yeah.
said, "Enough."
What about him shoveling food into his mouth straight off
I
the
don't
plate?
is that how he
He
always eats? Because
I'm sure it
he
is.
has to. He
I
has to eat like
mean,
that because he didn't know he was being
He
filmed
has
right
a
that second.
gorgeous black wife. How is she letting him
I don't
be in
know.
public
It's
like this?
disturbing. It's
he's eating like
disturbing,
he's in
yeah.
a mess hall in the military and he has to eat
Worse.
in like a time constraint.
I've
It's worse
never
than I've
seen
never seen anybody do that,
me either.
ever.
Me either.
On TV,
Ever.
especially, like, you know you're being filmed, have some decorum.
And then he had
Yeah.
broccoli, he was just like, cooked broccoli, he was just eating it with his hands, the stalks. I mean, I don't know if there's a lack of silverware present or what, like,
I
was,
I don't
Mm.
but
know what's going on. I am fascinated by the meals this season because I think it was Michael. Somebody said I was calmly eating my vegetable dinner, and I thought the same thing. I was like, "Why are there so many vegetables? Is there any protein?" And I was watching everyone's plate. I was like, "Everybody just had vegetables."
Yeah, because the
he
salmon's
had gotten
gone.
there late.
Yeah,
No, the
that's all
salmon
they
is at
get.
breakfast. We're now at lunch. We're at lunch
But
and
that's
dinner.
they had to spend
But
it all
that's
on the
it.
salmon, so they
Yeah.
gotta have veggies for
That's
Oh,
the
dinner.
protein for the
Mhm.
day.
gotcha.
If you
Okay. Well,
miss
Oh
out,
my
if you miss out, you
god.
miss
That's why
out
they're
because
you
so
all
miss
I
No
had
out.
was
wonder they need
veggies.
that salmon. Oh my god.
It's a great
Oh,
show.
girl.
Hopefully,
It
we'll
really
probably
is.
talk about it a little bit each time. But we don't want to give too much stuff away. I'm sure everyone's watching it if you're going to watch it. But
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Dorinda is on, right?
yeah,
Wasn't
Mhm.
she on another episode of or another
she was
season?
she was on
Exactly,
last
episode.
season. She was on
Okay.
last season for
She
like
got
half
voted
an
out.
episode
Oh.
because
One
Yeah.
they
episode,
killed her
yeah.
off first. She
Oh.
wasn't happy about it, but what happened really was the Bravo fans kind of threw a fit, and
Mhm.
we yelled and screamed and we said give Dorinda another chance. So they said, okay, here you can have her back.
Awesome.
So
'Cause I
that's
do
what
like
happened.
her.
People say she's not living up to her full potential of what she
'Cause she's
could
not drunk.
unleash.
That's what it is.
Oh.
She should have Ron should have left that table in tears the way
Yeah.
he
I
went
was
after
wondering
her,
about that
but
because
she was
he read
short a
her.
martini. They weren't giving her any
Oh.
martinis,
Mhm.
and that's what my
Oh.
girl needs, and then she would have lit him
She's
up.
I need to get
starting.
some martinis then for the rest of the season because I need to
Yeah.
see the Dorinda you've been telling me about.
Oh, it's
I don't
This
think
amazing.
Dorinda?
I'm worried we're not gonna get to see it because they don't really drink a lot here, and I feel like she's
Damn.
being very careful because she wants to get back on Bravo, and her issue was being a mean
Oh,
Her
drunk.
drinking, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
so
gotcha.
I
But
think
that's
That's what
like
we
she's
all of
want.
them. I mean, that's not unique to her. There's so many
oh,
of
it's
them
uni
on.
not that level mean,
No.
Leah, she is rough. She there's a lot of them like Sonia is a drinker, but she's a fun drunk, but it goes too far. She doesn't
Mhm.
get
Mhm.
mean. She starts to try to make out with people, but she doesn't get mean. But Dorinda gets mean when she gets drunk.
Mhm.
They
Well,
really backed this
remember,
poor
like
little Ron into a corner because he's the meanest one at the table
I
now. I
know, and he
couldn't
I
seems
know,
like
really
such
I
a
tell.
still love him,
sweetheart.
though.
well, look how
Such a
mean
sweet little voice.
Tamara tries to beat at people, and Dorinda made her cry on the girls' trip.
Yeah. That's
So,
because Tamara is just mean in general.
mhm.
It doesn't involve alcohol. Dorinda, I don't know, it's just a different side. Like Tamara can't go as deep as Dorinda.
It's
I
like
Right.
an
need you to
alter
watch
ego
that.
because she's
Yeah.
a sweet person without it, and then it just flips.
Mm.
It flips, yeah,
But Tamara's just mean all the time.
all the time.
I kind of wish
So
I
I
had
see.
that in me, where people are
Like,
like, "Don't get
there's a
Leah drunk," you
That's
know?
me. That's me.
that's
No,
yeah,
Is
it's
that you?
Kristin.
that's me. I that's remember me beating up my friend in Windsor and like
Yep,
leaving all
and
my
you don't
friends
remember.
and crossing the border and having no recollection. I turn into a different person after a
Mhm.
certain number of drinks. So, and she's not nice. So,
Mm.
Oh.
Well, I don't wanna be, crossing the border into other countries when I'm blacked out drunk, so maybe I
Mhm.
don't want that.
well, I don't remember, but
Where
somehow
did
I
you
made it across
go?
the
What
border.
what border did you
Windsor. We were
cross?
in Windsor. We used to celebrate
Canada.
19th birthdays there
Oh, into
because,
Canada.
yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
And I was in Ann
Okay.
Arbor. It was like a 35-minute trip over a bridge. So it felt
Oh,
like
okay.
Mhm.
Did you
from me
walk?
going to Tampa.
No, they drove.
No,
Oh.
we drove. We
Oh.
drove, but we were supposed to sleep there overnight in a hotel, and I punched my friend and took my keys and jumped in the car and left. So,
Oh my
Mm.
gosh.
yeah, like 8 people had
Mm-mm.
to be in a car together to leave the next morning. They were really mad at
It
me.
happens. It happens.
Ah, the teen years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well. That's why I don't
Alright.
drink a lot. Anyway,
Yeah.
don't drink, kids. Don't drink.
Okay, so now we've caught up on Traitors, and I'm sure there'll be some other stuff we'll talk about during our episodes. But
Mhm.
we will go ahead and do our question. And today's question, since we are covering Welcome to Derry, and it is I don't know, how would you describe it, Kristen? Like a retelling, not a retelling of it, but kind of a prequel to it. So it's in the
Yeah,
Stephen King universe, obviously.
prequel, and it definitely ties in other movies and books of his as well, which I
Yes, and
kinda
I try
like.
to point that out in episodes
Cool.
as much as I can. So the question is, what is your favorite Stephen King character or story?
Right.
There's so many.
Yes.
I know
I've read
you
a
read a
lot of
lot of Stephen
his.
King, don't you?
I
Yeah.
do, not nearly as much as I should have by now, but yes, I've read a lot of it, but,
I've
I guess okay.
mostly only seen the movies. I haven't really read any of his
Yeah, I
books.
haven't. I hadn't written them.
Well, then I'll go ahead and start. I'll start. So mine, I guess I have them in 3 categories. My favorite book of Stephen King's is The Stand. I have not seen a good to me, good version of it on film. Usually, they try to make it into a TV series because it's so long.
Mhm.
I haven't seen one that I really loved
So
yet.
what story is that?
So that's the one, it's kind of the end of the world where a virus breaks out that kills just about everybody, but there's
Mhm.
a few, maybe like a couple thousand people that survive, just their body just has a natural immunity. Whatever virus
Mm.
is gonna hit the world, there's always gonna be somebody immune to it, so it's
Mhm.
just the leftovers,
Mhm.
and that's what
Okay.
it's about, and there's,
Okay.
like, a good group in Colorado, there's a bad people group in Vegas, and they will merge eventually, and yeah, it's
Interesting.
chaos
I feel like I
ensues,
would
I
like that,
guess.
and I've never maybe I
You
should
never
try
read
to
that
read
one?
that one.
Oh,
I
it's
told
yeah,
you
it's a
I
good
have
one.
and I don't wanna bash Stephen King
Okay.
on but I don't like his writing. I love his
Oh, okay.
stories and the stories he can come up with, so I really enjoy the movies based on his books, but I'm, like,
Mhm.
the only person in the world that doesn't like the way he writes, so
That's
very
okay.
judgmental.
I
Yeah.
haven't listen, I have an author that the rest of the world loves, and I want to like her books because when I hear people talk about them, 'em, they're so cool, but when I tried to read
Mhm.
one, I
I
couldn't
get
keep
it.
going. Yeah, it just
Mhm.
happens.
Mhm.
Okay.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
One, is Stephen King still with us? And two, is he the one that lives in the area? Is he local?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, okay.
Sarasota,
I
like,
just
right yeah, right down here.
He lives
okay, that's what I thought.
in my
Probably
hood.
near Kelly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because didn't you see him at lunch one day or something? Or
I
am I
did
making
not.
that
I
up?
don't know.
Okay,
I've
well,
not seen
And
something.
if he wants to come on and defend his writing to me, we'd be more than happy to have him if he happens to be listening right now, just, in
Yeah.
case.
So that's my favorite book. My favorite movie that I've seen made of his is The Mist. I thought The Mist was great, and that's
Oh.
one of his
I
short
watched that and I
stories.
Oh,
I
that
need
was
do
one
know
of
to.
that
his?
story. I do know that
Mhm.
story.
And that was a short
Mm.
story from Skeleton Crew, but that's,
Yeah.
a good one. And then my favorite character has to be Carrie.
Ooh,
That's
good
what
That's
I
my
one.
picked.
favorite. That's my favorite
That's
movie.
yeah, we all oh my god, we all picked her. I picked her too.
Is your favorite character?
This
Yes. Yeah.
anything of Stephen.
Oh.
That's because it's the
Yeah.
only one that I have enough
The
guts to
revenge
watch.
story.
So.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love it because I guess I feel like if Carrie's mom wasn't so crazy, Carrie could have been like that coolest badass chick, like Scarlet Witch level. Like I
Yeah.
think her
Yeah.
mom held her back too much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when your mom's, like, bullying you, you
Yeah.
know what I
Mm.
mean? It's like, what chance do you have? Like, that's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie makes
Bullying
me
you
feel
with
so
God and
sad for
religion.
her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Did you guys
She
watch the remake
deserved.
one with what's her toes from Chloe Grace?
No.
Oh, that's the newest, but I
Yes.
think there's one before that.
Oh,
I
was
was
there?
afraid
I've
to
only seen
watch
the
the remakes.
original.
Are they good? Yeah, I was
Was
afraid to watch the remakes because I love the original and I didn't want them to ruin
mhm.
it.
Yeah,
But
There's
there's
one
one
between Sissy Spacek and,
Chloe
I
Grace Moretz.
yes,
Yeah.
I believe so. I wanna say it was, like, early
you're right.
2000s?
They remade it twice, I'm
Yeah, yeah,
sure.
yeah.
They
I
Oh,
might
haven't
okay.
keep
seen the
remaking it.
newest
They might as
one.
well make a black version, see what
Right, make a black Carrie.
I love that
Alright, let's
idea.
go. They should,
But
Um,
actually. Someone needs to talk to, like, Ryan Coogler or something and get that going,
mhm,
actually.
Yeah.
yeah, because,
mhm.
like, if
Ooh, did
I
you see
well
Michael B. Jordan? Sorry, on the,
Good.
oh, you're good.
Golden Glo oh, he looked so good.
He
Oh,
Oh,
did.
yeah.
sorry.
He did.
Yeah.
Send me a pic.
Did you hear the joke that Nikki Glaser made about him?
No,
No.
I didn't
Oh, it
watch
was
it.
so funny. She was like, "When I saw that there was gonna be a movie starring 2 Michael B. Jordans, I was like, 'Nicky B. Jerkin,'" and his mom was sitting right next to him, and he was, like, dying. It was so funny. It was perfect. But
Uh,
anyway, I
that's
digress. Go ahead,
hilarious.
sorry.
Well, so you guys all chose Carrie as your
I did.
favorite,
Mhm.
and I was thinking about Carrie, but one of the other characters of his I mean, I don't know as many as you do, but, was, what's the lady's name from Misery?
Annie Wilkes?
Yes, her. I really liked her character
Oh,
too, but I don't know
Yeah,
I
if
she's
like her
it's
too.
awesome.
more because it was played by Kathy Bates, and she's just such a likable
She
actress.
bodied that
Mhm.
role, like,
Yeah, she
bodied
did.
it.
Because even though
Mhm.
she's awful, it's like, I don't know, she's just so likable.
You feel for her. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, if I had some author or celebrity at my house, like, maybe I would
You try to keep him there too.
maybe I'd try to keep him here too, I don't know. I can't judge
Oh,
her.
Kristen, I
that
know you're
that
watching Castle Rock. Have you started season 2?
it became too crazy for me at the end, so I did finish the
Oh.
1st season, and then I decided not to watch the 2nd season, and the crazy thing is I asked Rachel about it, and she said the same thing happened with her, and she can't remember why she didn't watch the 2nd season, but
Oh. Well,
it
2nd
went off the
season is Annie
rails.
Wilkes' story.
Oh, it is?
Ooh.
Oh,
Yep.
it's a different whole story. Okay, then maybe I will
Whole
watch
different
it
story.
because
So
Yeah.
it's the
okay.
whole season is like that? Or I thought it was just, like, kinda mix and match
It
pieces of
it
stories each
throws in
season.
so there's like one thread, but you'll see a lot of Stephen King characters and places, but the 2nd
Mhm.
season focuses on young Annie Wilkes. So you see
Oh,
Well,
how she
and
okay.
becomes the woman who eventually captures her favorite author.
Right,
the
okay.
1st
I knew that
season, though, had that guy who plays it in the other movies, and so it was, like,
Mhm.
confusing me because I know he wasn't meant to be Pennywise in this, and
Right.
I don't know, it threw me
oh,
all
that
off.
is confusing. The
Mhm.
Yeah.
Skarsgård?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
hmm.
So, I'll try it season 2 since it's based on
Yeah, maybe jump to that
Misery.
one. You might like it better.
Okay.
Does anyone else have one?
No. Kelly told me that Green Mile was a Stephen King movie, though, and I didn't know that.
Oh,
Cause
that's so
Oh,
good.
is it?
Yeah.
Cause
Allison
Oh,
loved that movie.
yeah.
I'm convinced
I
you
have
loved it.
only watched it once. I know, cause Kelly's like, "Oh, by the way, Green Mile is Stephen King movie. You wanna use that one? I know you love it." I said, "No, I don't."
Oh,
Because
you don't?
when I was little and that movie came out, we all watched it. I remember exactly where we were. We all watched it as a family, and I was too little to understand what acting was, and I thought they really killed Michael Clark Duncan.
Oh,
oh,
It tore me up, and it
She
scarred me for
cried.
life, which
oh,
oh,
actually
I'm
made
so
when he actually did
sorry.
pass a little easier because I had already gone through it
You had
you already
once.
processed
oh,
it, yeah.
damn.
Yeah, I was
Aw.
torn up, I was scarred, and I have not watched it since.
Aw.
That would be
It really
traumatizing.
tore, and they thought it was funny. They just,
We couldn't stop
he's
laughing.
still
She's like,
Oh.
here,
why
don't
did they
worry."
kill him?"
I thought they really killed that man right in
That's
front.
messed up.
I was
That's
just
messed
torn
up.
up.
Oh,
Oh.
you know what? That happened to my mom when she was little. My grandma took her to see some movie with Elvis in it, and I guess at the end of the movie, Elvis dies, and my mom thought that Elvis had died in real life and threw an absolute, like, tantrum crying fit, and my grandma had
Mm.
to carry her out of there because she thought the
Oh
real
my
Elvis
god.
had died, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
You
confusing
gotta
for a
explain
kid.
acting to kids before they
Yeah.
Yeah,
start watching
I
movies
never
where
thought
Yeah.
deaths
about that.
are.
Right,
Good point.
right. Now, when I was a
Wait,
kid, I remember for some reason really enjoying, The Langoliers. Was that Stephen King?
It was that little made for TV movie with
Yes.
Bronson Pinchot. I
Yes,
remember
it
that.
seems like there were a lot of the Stephen King stories made into made-for-TV movies
They
back in,
were,
like,
yeah.
the '80s, '90s,
Mhm.
stuff like
oh,
that,
yeah,
and
they
I
bombarded
just
us with Stephen King in the
yeah,
'80s and '90s
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, that's where the first version of The Stand was one of those, I think it was
Mm,
like ABC TV
Mhm.
mhm.
ones. Yeah, it wasn't great.
And I always for stories, The Shining, and I know it's one of Allison's least
I
favorites,
was
but
wondering if someone was gonna pick that.
Oh, that sure
I
is
love
him,
that
isn't it?
film.
Mhm.
Yeah, the
Oh.
story, the idea of isolation, creating kind of that madness in people, and I thought that was a great, 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 great story and
Mhm.
film.
Mhm.
And Jack Nicholson, again, just killed that role. Nobody else could have played that the way he did, I feel like, so
Yeah, they haven't tried to remake that one, have they?
They probably
But
have.
they did do
Okay.
the Doctor Sleep. Did you see that?
Yes, I saw and read Doctor Sleep. Yeah,
Me too,
that one's good.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
And then there's everybody's favorite, which I'm surprised nobody picked, was Shawshank. I feel like most people picked
I didn't
Shawshank
know that
Redemption.
was Stephen King at
Oh,
I
they
don't know
all.
that
weave
I've
it into
seen it.
Castle Rock in season 1, like,
Yeah.
I liked
things take place.
Shawshank.
Mhm. I did too.
Yeah.
That was a good
Oh,
one.
wow. Interesting.
Stand by Me is also
Stand
Stephen
by Me,
King.
yeah.
What?
That's what I'm saying,
Oh,
you're
Yeah.
okay, I need
surprised
a
by
Oh,
how
I
many
like
redo.
that. I like that one.
Yeah,
I
you're
need
very
a
surprised by
redo.
how many he's done.
Yeah, and some it's not all horror,
It's not
that's
all,
the cool
no.
thing. Yeah.
Right. Huh.
Alright, well,
All right.
and the good segue to talk kids and Stephen King is that
Yes.
this story, this whole season of Welcome to Derry features a group of kids as our main characters. And quite honestly, not since probably the beginning of Stranger Things have I enjoyed a young cast as much as the one in the show. So
Mhm.
if you don't, if you're not too horrified by what happens, I think you'd enjoy the performances because it's really, really good.
Was the
Now I
first
must go
sorry,
ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Was the
No,
first
you're fine.
season of Stranger Things before or after the first the newest one?
Eh oh, the
I
newest
think it
one?
was
It
before
was
because
before,
yeah.
yeah,
I
because my
remember
daughter was in
watching it.
love with Finn Wittrock. Oh, no, I'm serious, and so that's how I know. She first found him in Stranger Things and then followed him through the It
That's
movies
right,
Yeah.
he
and
was a little
everywhere
older in
else.
it. Okay,
Right,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
I did watch the first It, and I remember being like, "Why is this Stranger Kids thing swearing so much?" Or the Stranger
Well,
Things kid, like, he's just, like, saying all this stuff, but
ironically, there'll end up being a tie-in to him, that specific character in the show somewhere,
okay.
but I'm not gonna
Okay.
say when. Okay.
This episode's wine pairing is No Curfew Cabernet Sauvignon. Made in California, this is a medium-bodied red wine with aromatics of rich dark berries and cardamom spices, layered with vanilla cream. The flavors on the palate are concentrated and feature ripe plum, mocha, and clove, and espresso throughout the finish. Pair this wine with red meats like beef and lamb. Enjoy! For more information about us and all of the wines that we feature, visit our website at fearandwine.com. And make sure you follow Fear and Wine wherever you listen to podcasts so that you don't miss a new episode. And if you like us, please leave us a 5-star rating and review. Thanks.
Okay, I also must preface this by saying I started to watch this, like, when it first came out, and the first scene pissed me off so bad, and was like, I can't even explain it, that I just turned it off and didn't keep watching it, so it took one of our friends basically making me sit down and watch the whole first episode, and then I was hooked. So it was if the first scene's kinda crazy.
Yeah, Kristin, Rachel, and I watched the first episode together because I wanted to start it, but I hadn't. So Rachel's like, "We have to watch it." We were waiting to go somewhere. I think we had to, like, kill
Yeah,
time, and she's like, "Let's just watch the first episode." So we watched it together, and I was hooked, so
yeah,
Hmm.
same.
I know I've heard a
Alright.
lot of people love this series, and
mhm.
Mhm.
when I first heard it was announced, I was like, not sure how that would go. Like, how much more is there to tell, I guess,
I
but
wasn't sure either. Yeah. It's a
yeah.
prequel, though, so all of this takes place prior to the original It movie. So we
Okay.
learn the backstory of Pennywise and the entity that haunts Derry and all that
Mhm.
kinda thing, so
So real
I
quick,
do like
when I was a kid, the original It movie, the one with
Tim
Tim
Curry?
Curry was on
Yeah,
TV, and my uncle kept switching the TV back and forth between I think it was Weird Science and the It movie, and I just remember I had to have been I was pretty small, and I just remember seeing him, like, with the pointy teeth, like, waving, and it totally scared me.
of
It scared me so
course.
bad, so, like, yeah, I
We
don't
need to
know.
get this uncle on here and talk to him about how he ruined
Get
Oh,
your
there were
traumatized.
multiple
chance to enjoy horror
uncles.
movies.
There were multiple
Oh.
uncles. But so, yeah, I'm like when the new It came out, I was like, "Ooh," but I did get brave enough to watch it, so
Oh, that one
yeah.
the first It when they did the first movie, it was right before Hurricane Irma, and I actually went with 2 friends to see the movie, like, the night before, and we had gone to have drinks, and I ended up passing out, like, probably 15 minutes into the movie, so I never saw
Oh,
it
no.
till years later.
Oh, no. That
But
doesn't sound
anyway,
like you.
yeah, right? Me? Pass out? Blackout? No, that's why I don't drink anymore. Anyway,
Mm,
so, episode 1, we actually open in a movie theater in Derry, and it's playing the most boring musical of all time, The Music Man, and I
Yes.
know this because my daughter was in it, and I had to watch it, like, 3 times,
The
so
Music Man is rough, guys. It's rough.
so bad. So, anyway, we quickly focus on a younger boy who is named Maddie. He appears to be like 11 or 12, but he's sucking on a pacifier in his seat and he's by himself. He is quickly caught by an usher and runs out of the theater, hiding in the lobby. He's behind a sign. And as the usher is searching for him, he's hiding, and we meet Frank and his daughter, Ronnie. He appears to be the projectionist, this guy Frank does, and he gets stopped by the usher about where the boy went. Hank suggests that they leave him alone, considering the horrible home life that he has. And Ronnie, despite actually seeing where Maddie is hiding, lies and says she saw him run a different way, giving him a chance to escape the usher's wrath. And he runs off into a snowy street. So now Maddie is walking down this snowy road. It's really desolate. He's by himself, and he decides to start trying to hitchhike. I don't blame him. I mean, again, men ruin hitchhiking for all of us, but at that time, it was something that people did. So he throws out his thumb, and the second car that passes ends up stopping and backs up to pick him up. And it's a family. So there's actually a pregnant woman and her husband in the front seat, and they have 2 children in the back seat. It's like a teen daughter and probably like a preteen boy. So it seems kind of unassuming. I probably would have felt better getting into a car with a family, so I'm sure he did too at late at night. And they ask him where he is headed, and he says anywhere but Derry. And they say they are headed to Portland, so it's his lucky day. The radio is on and it's talking about some nuclear leak risk and its potential to cause birth defects. The teen asks her parents to turn off the bad news and decides to pull a little snack out of her backpack. The preteen boy keeps spelling every word he's hearing, and it's really annoying. The girl's opening up her little Tupperware labeled liver and proceeds to stick her fingers in the slimy pieces of liver, and she pulls them out and smells them one by one.
Ew.
And it's raw liver, right? It's not
Ew.
like
Yeah.
yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that what pissed you
It's
off,
disgusting.
Kristen? Because it just pissed me
Yeah.
off
Is that where
hearing
you
it.
turned it off?
Yeah,
Not
well, I
even
mean, no, it's a
deep
little long.
fried.
It gets worse before it
Oh,
gets
okay.
better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, this was the beginning of it. So then she proceeds to like smell her fingers with the slime on them, and she side eyes Maddie while she's smelling it, and then she tries to put her fingers under his nose to make him smell it. He is becoming visibly uncomfortable, and all of a sudden, the parents make it worse by saying their daughter is a harlot and can't glue her legs together. They all cackle like it's hilarious, and Maddie now looks like he wants to jump out of the car. As he looks up, he sees a sign that says, Welcome to Derry. When he asks why they aren't going to Portland, they basically just ignore him and hold an inappropriate word spelling bee with the kids in the back seat. They start asking their son how to spell words like vasectomy, necrosis, kidnapping, maggots,
What?
cadaver,
Mm.
strangulation. So it's a little spelling bee. The mom's saying, How about vasectomy? And the kid's going, Base. It's just
What?
insane. Insanity is happening. So Maddie starts pleading for them to stop and let him out of the car. And instead, the guy driving speeds up and they all began chanting, O-U-T,
Oh,
O-U-T,
no.
O-U-T over and over again.
This car sounds like a sensory nightmare, I have to say.
It is.
Mhm.
Again, it's going to get worse before it gets better. So just then, the mom begins going into loud, active labor and proceeds to graphically, we can see it, push a bloody baby out of her vajayjay. And
Whoa.
yeah, we see the whole thing. We see, though, it's not a normal baby, and instead is a quote unquote mutant baby, which is what they refer to it often in the subtitles, the mutant baby.
Mhm.
So again, we see that it's it's a mutant baby. It has multiple heads and bat wings begin to kind of like poke out of
Oh,
its back.
like the
And he
Jersey
starts,
Devil.
yes, he
Yeah.
starts violently flying around the car while it's still attached to the umbilical cord.
Okay, this is
So
insane. This is
Yes.
absolutely insane.
it was
Uh,
right after this is when I turned it off the first time.
I
So
understand why.
mutant, double-headed, bat baby attached to the umbilical cord, flying around the car, banging into windows and everybody else.
Oh my.
Pandemonium happening right now while still attached to that umbilical cord. So everyone's screaming, and as the car speeds on, Maddie's pacifier crashes through the back window, and the title "Welcome to Derry" appears on the screen.
Hmm.
And that's when I saw it the first
That is a very interesting way to start a series.
time.
Mhm.
It was insane, and the baby was so ridiculous, and Rachel was so mad at me that I was so annoyed by this baby. She's like, "Just forget about the baby," and I was like, "Dang it." But I'm glad I forgot about the baby because it's fine.
So,
It's a
like,
little tiny part of the story.
what year is this?
Was
Okay,
it
so this is good. It's a perfect question, Leah.
Oh, thank
It is now
you.
4 months later. It is April 1962.
Okay.
And we learned, yeah, say perfect, perfect question, Leah. Look at you. And
She
you're
always
in my
comes in at the
class.
right time.
Yeah, yeah, she really does. And we learned that Maddie has been missing since the night he fled the theater. And two boys named Phil and Teddy with the good, I call him Teddy with the good hair. So
Teddy's
Phil
my
and Teddy with
guy,
the good
right?
hair,
Oh.
right? He has the cutest hairstyle.
He does.
When you see it, you'll know what we mean. So they're worried about Maddie. They're up there. They have this little secret hideout place up in the bell tower where they used to meet up, and they brought Maddie there maybe like once or twice. We could tell that Maddie wasn't necessarily their best friend, but they felt bad for him, and they tried to kind of include him in things. They had gone to his birthday party, tried to kind of be friends with this kid who was really an outcast. So this is where there's gonna be multiple stories going on. So if you have questions, just ask me because I don't wanna confuse you. So we've got the kids, and now we head over excuse me. Now we head over to a military base in Derry where a chopper is landing, and now we meet Major Leroy Hanlon and his buddy Paulie. They have just returned from Korea and have been commissioned by General Shaw to help with a secret mission that's coming out right out of Derry. We learned that along with Hanlon, his wife and son have been moved to Derry. Derry is only a 7-hour flight to the Soviet Union and seems to be like a first wave station. So we're in 1962 and we have the military talking about something going on with the Soviet Union. Again, in the 80s, wasn't that like all we heard about all the time?
Mhm.
Well, you were too young. God, they've scared us with the Soviet Union constantly. There were all these movies about it, and it was always the thing. So it's so ironic now to see people like cozying up to Putin when it was
Yeah.
the opposite when I was young.
Mhm.
What a name, you know? What a name.
Okay. So not to confuse you anymore, but now we're going to move over again to Derry High School and we meet Looney Lily Bainbridge. She walks up to open up her locker and a jar of giant pickles falls out and shatters at her feet. When we look up, the locker is actually full of pickle jars. This seems like an expensive prank for 1962, but maybe pickles were cheap. I don't know. But Lily is standing there in shock. And while she's standing there, Marge, who is actually a longtime friend, who's trying to get in with the popular girls right now, she walks up and tries to console her and like get her out of there so that she doesn't have to be embarrassed. And as they are walking down the hall, Marge talks incessantly and shows how self-conscious she is by asking if her glasses make her eyes look big, which they do. I mean, her eye like
I
so
mean,
Mhm.
she's yeah, she's got those Coke bottle glasses that like make your eyes magnify, but we also learn Lily's a liar because she lies and tell her that they don't, but they do.
aw.
So as Lily and Marge pass by Teddy with the good hair, our perspective shifts to him and Phil again. So again, we're multiple different kind of groups of people. They're existing separately right now. So it's cool the way they do the shift with the filming though, because it's like as the two girls are passing, they're talking, and we pick up on these two boys and we follow them at this point. So I thought that was kind of neat. So they are definitely into like conspiracy theory stuff. They are discussing topics like aliens and the imminence of World War III. As Teddy walks up to his locker and we see it has written on it, Teddy urine sucks balls written in permanent marker. Teddy acts like he doesn't even see it. So it's
Teddy
obviously been there for
Urine?
a minute.
Teddy
Teddy
Urine?
urine sucks balls.
Is his last
Yeah.
name Urine?
I
I
don't
don't know what his last name
know.
is, but
Oh,
it,
because I would have been like, "What idiot wrote this?"
but it's spelled urine like Urine, but so maybe his last name is something that sounds
Close
like
to
urine,
that?
and
Maybe.
that's what they I felt bad for him because you could he doesn't even he acts like it isn't even written there, which means it's been there for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Teddy has
Yeah.
kind of a cool, like, hipster vibe
Yeah.
Yeah.
to him. Yeah, he's a cool kid.
Like, he'd be snapping and watching poetry but
Yeah.
he's young. They're like 11 or 12, so like a younger version of that. Alright, now we're gonna shift back to the Air Force Base, and Major Hanlon is getting a tour and meeting a handful of very disrespectful, racist white men. So Major Hanlon is a black man, and he is important because he has the title of major, and he's going around and meeting kind of people who are underneath him, and they are being openly racist. He openly challenges one of them named Airman Masters and puts him in his place when he fails to salute him. At that very moment, the guy in charge, General Shaw, walks up and everyone stands at attention. And Shaw is played by James Remar, who I instantly recognized from Dexter as Harry Morgan. He was Dexter's dad.
Mhm.
Did anybody watch that or just me?
Oh, I know, I love Dexter.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I
So he was
watched it, but
Dexter's
I
dad.
couldn't tell you who that was.
Oh, okay. That's
It's
okay.
been a while.
So Shaw immediately addresses the disrespect and basically dresses down that Airman Masters and forces him to salute Hanlon. So that definitely, gets resolved. Shaw seems to be on Hanlon's side. Now we're back and to Teddy and Phil, and they are working on a comic book together and peeping Tomming on the lady next door. So Teddy isn't really into it, but Phil is over there looking through Teddy's like telescope at this woman next door that is taking her bra off. And Teddy admits that he's upset because Maddie's been gone for 4 months. We learned that they really weren't great friends and they had to be bribed to attend that birthday party. Like Maddie's mother or something paid them to come. So Maddie had no real friends, and Phil suggests he probably just ran away. Over at Lily's house, she is staring in a mirror and practicing a smile. After realizing how fake it looks, she starts her bath and has a little memory of Maddie taking her up to that hideout spot. While they were up there, he tried to put the moves on her and she turned him down. Like he tried to kiss her and she kind of pushes him away. And he gets so upset that he runs off. And all this happened just before he disappeared. So she's feeling guilty. She is startled from her memory by her mom opening the bathroom door to remind her that they are visiting her father at the cemetery tomorrow. Lily doesn't want to go, and her mom is upset because it's been a year and she hasn't gone yet. When she is leaving, she reminds Lily to take her medicine. Just as the door closes, a voice starts coming from the drain in the tub. It's Maddie's voice, though, and he is quoting that dumb-ass Music Man movie from the beginning. When she begs for him to when she begs for him to come home, a bloody finger comes out of the drain and he yells, "He won't let me!" And then Lily screams and the fingers go back down the drain.
Good lord.
The next yeah, that was kind of a freaky moment, like the
Mhm.
idea of a voice coming out of the tub drain.
Well, and
No, thank
also,
you.
like, I would be like, "How did you get in the drain?" You
Yeah.
know?
Well,
I'd be like,
yeah.
I don't know, I would ask
No,
questions, I
you just
think.
leave the house and then
I
Or
I don't
that.
also, yeah,
Or
like,
I don't
don't
know
that.
that
find
I'd
any
talk back
place.
to the voice in the drain.
Well,
I
if
think
you're
I'd
going
run.
to, instead of asking him when he's coming home, ask him, "How the hell
That's
did you get
true.
in there?"
That's true.
Mm.
These are all good questions. The next day at school, though, Lily tells Marge about the voice in the drain, and Marge is quite skeptical. She tells Lily it sounds crazy and that Lily is upset that Marge is more worried about being popular with the Mean Girl group, which is like a girl named Patty, than being a good friend. So they have a little argument because Lily wants Marge to believe her, but Marge just thinks she's being loony Lily. So later that day after school, Phil and Teddy are biking to their lighthouse hideaway, and they arrive to find Lily there waiting for them. They're kind of pissed that Lily knows about the place and admit that they only brought Maddie there one time. She tells them about Maddie and the drain, and while Phil thinks she's nuts, Teddy listens. He tells Phil that if he believes in aliens, ani probes, this was actually funny.
Yeah.
So he says that if he believes in alien anus, and I think he says anuses, and then Phil corrects him and says it's ani, which isn't right, but it was just really funny. He said if
Uh,
he believes in all that, why isn't this possible? So Lily's just relieved that someone is open to believing her. And when he tells her that he's still very skeptical, she actually storms off. So she's pissed. Now we are back at the military base in the meeting with General Shaw and Major Hanlon. They're alone in Shaw's office. And he tells him that he officially punished Masters and they toast to less bullshit. Shaw starts listing all of Hanlon's accolades, and we learn that Hanlon's amygdala was injured in Korea and he doesn't feel fear anymore. Shaw says that their mission will be top secret and that that will come in handy for their mission,
That'd be kinda badass if you got injured and, like, that was the injury. It
Mhm.
just
right?
took away your fear. Like, that's kinda
Right?
cool.
It is kind of cool. You could just
Yeah.
live life with however the hell you wanted to,
Yeah.
basically. That's kind of neat. It is now evening, and Teddy's family is having Shabbat. His dad seems to be a rabbi and notices that Teddy seems upset. He asks what's wrong, and Teddy asks if a kid could be kidnapped and kept in the sewers for months. His father begins to lecture him about the evils of the Holocaust and how Jews were made into lampshades. He then sees a comic book among Teddy's things. He picks it up and flings it away, telling him that he doesn't need fantasy. Reality is horrifying enough. Later that night in his room, Teddy is reading a comic in bed, and the bedside lamp keeps turning off by itself. After turning it back on twice, the third time when he turns it on, all of a sudden the lamp is made of human facial skin and has like a face on it.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, if you watch the Ed Gein stuff, he
That's
made,
exactly what I thought of.
Mhm.
mhm, which actually he got that idea from some crazy Nazi woman
Nazi
who
woman, yeah.
made stuff, yeah, out of,
Really?
the
Mhm.
Jewish people. So it made me think of that because when he brought up them turning people into lampshades, it's actually true,
Mhm.
and it was something that happened during the Holocaust, which I thought was
Oh.
insane. So anyway, Teddy rolls off the bed and underneath his desk in his room. The lamp, however, rolls over and rolls towards him and starts screaming in his face.
Oh.
Teddy screams back really loud and is kind of like woken back up. And now he's in his dark room under the desk, but the lamp is still on the nightstand. And his brother like opens the door and he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And like walks away. So it just looks like Teddy's crazy. The next day, Phil, Teddy, and Lily are back in the hideout, and they are all freaked out now. Teddy worries he is next, but they decide not to tell any adults because they know that they won't believe them. They decide to do their own investigation and they head to the library. Phil is with them as well, and he has his little sister, and the others are at the library while they look through that microfiche machines that we always get to see in movies, but I never see anybody using in real life since the internet came about.
I know, I
I
always
miss
thought
those
those looked
though.
so cool. I've
They
never
are
gotten to
cool.
use one, but they look
Wait,
cool.
you never used one
Oh,
in
I
school?
don't think
oh,
so.
Oh, I did. We
I
had to
did in
use them.
Yeah.
college.
I mean, if I
Yeah.
did, I don't remember, but they always looked really
Mhm.
neat. They always make, like, a good montage
A
in a
research
movie or a
montage,
show.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
100%. Yeah, it's a great way to, like, go through history, and we get to learn
Yeah.
the backstory of things, so for sure. So, Phil's little sister is being annoying, and she's talking incessantly, so he sends her off to find some book that doesn't even exist, and she takes the mission on. So it leaves the 3, like, preteens there, the 12-year-olds, and they find the paper announcing Maddie's disappearance and learn that he was last seen by a 12-year-old girl at the Capitol Theater. And if we remember, Ronnie had seen him and then watched him run out the door when she was trying to help him hide from that usher. So they immediately know which teenage girl works at the theater. So they go to Ronnie's house to ask about Maddie, and she ends up furious. She said the cops hounded her dad thinking that he did it. She makes them leave. And as they walk off, Phil's mentioning the voice in the sewers to them, and Ronnie stops dead in her tracks. She ends up halting the others and admits that she has heard voices in the pipes at the basement of the Capitol. Always kids laughing and calling her name. Now we're back at the barracks again, and Hamlin is trying to go to sleep when 3 men break in and demand the info he knows on the planes he's flying. He refuses, and they point a gun at him. Hearing the commotion, his friend Polly busts in like a little ninja, and they have this little fight sequence where they fight off these attackers and they run off, and they're okay. And that's all that happens in that moment. So I don't think that that was even a really important scene. I don't know why it happens, but whatever. I think they're trying to make him think like maybe they're testing him. They're they're sending people in to see if he'll talk and that kind of stuff.
Oh.
But back on the bikes now, Ronnie, Lily, Phil, Teddy, and Phil's little sister, they all head to the theater. Ronnie is taking them to watch The Music Man, since that's what Maddie was singing the song from the film within the pipes when Lily heard him. Ronnie goes up and loads the reel, and the other 4 take their seats in the empty theater. They start talking about Maddie and the guilt they feel about him and how they treated him. The film starts up, ugh, and I can't believe I have to like see more Music Man again. And She quickly goes to the part where they are singing the song that Teddy was singing from In the Pipes.
And I
I feel
think
like
It's
this
so
is a
bad.
it's the Trouble in River City song, right?
Okay, thank you. Okay,
I think it's that one, yeah.
it's so bad, I didn't even look it up because I
I
didn't
think
wanna
this is the
have it
scariest
stuck in
part
my
of this
head.
whole show for you.
It really
Which is
is.
I love that she's disturbed after what comes next, she's so more disturbed by the Music Man being
So they move it up to the point where it's Teddy's song that they're singing, and it's so bad. And as the main guy is singing and dancing around, we see it kind of like pans over a shot of the crowd. And there among the crowd is Maddie standing in the crowd in the movie, in the black and white film, holding a baby in his arms.
Mhm.
Lily notices right away and she says his name. And when she does, he turns and looks directly at her from inside the movie. They start yelling, Maddie, come on, get out of here. And he slowly starts walking toward the screen and says that they are the reason he is in there. The baby starts crying. Maddie looks up with the most evil, sinister smile, and the kids are in shock. He throws the baby at the screen and it bursts through in real time. And it's that same damn three
What?
headed, bat
Mm.
wing fucking baby from the beginning.
What?
However, it's way bigger.
It's
Okay. So
Oh,
it's like
grown, it is
no.
grown.
a giant version of the baby that was in the car. So it
Ew.
flies in, it's screeching and like, flying around, and the kids hide underneath the seats. And it is way larger than the
It's
beginning.
still
So
naked and
they're trying,
Ew.
yeah, yes, it hasn't cleaned itself off,
No.
Does
and
it
it's been
still
four
have the
months.
umbilical cord?
Kind of like
Mm,
part of it is
part of
hanging
it,
off.
yeah.
It's not attached to the lady anymore, at least. So there's that. That's a good thing. Um, so they're trying to get away. They decide to hide under the seats. But the baby grabs Teddy by the leg, Teddy with the good hair, and he pulls him up into the air. He starts swinging him around, and then he throws his body into the wall. His face explodes on the window where Ronnie is watching in horror. We lose fucking Teddy with the good hair by the end of episode
No.
My
one.
favorite
Oh, he's
character
dead, dead.
gone right
Already?
He's
away.
dead.
Already.
Well, I
Yeah,
wanna watch it now.
dead. Yeah,
And they show this little kid?
Oh,
yes,
they show all this.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Phil grabs his sister's hand. He's going to try to get her out of there. He tries to run off, but Bat Baby murders them one by one. Lily
It's like
tries to help Susie, which I end up finding out is the name of the sister. Sorry, go ahead. What were you going to ask?
oh, no, it's okay. It just reminds me of, like, those National Enquirer magazines with, like, Bat Boy on the cover or
Kind of.
whatever. Remember those
Oh, yeah, yeah. Mhm.
absurd
The
yeah.
tabloids?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
tabloid type of magazine.
Well, and if you remember at the very beginning, we were hearing stuff on the radio about like leakage from nuclear plants causing
Right.
mutant babies.
Mhm.
And so it might have been a fear of some of these, maybe something that had come up or a
Oh.
fear.
Mhm.
Remember, Pennywise always ends up feeding on fear and creates itself into the thing that you most fear or whatever. So
Mm,
that was what I kind of garnered from it, but it
mhm.
took me a minute to figure that out. So don't worry if that didn't occur to you. So all right. So again, Phil's trying to save his sister. He gets murdered. Lily then tries to grab Susie's hand. They're both underneath the seats, but the baby ends up ripping little Susie away and tears up her body. Ronnie runs down into the theater with a hammer, like that's gonna fucking do something. Like instead of running away, Ronnie runs down into the theater where the fucking mutant baby is with a hammer. Okay. But the baby's gone now. Lily is alive, but the other kids are all dead. And all of a sudden now the baby pops up again and the girls run out and block the door with like a broom handle or something. And when Ronnie looks at Lily's hand, she actually still has little Susie's severed hand in hers.
Oh,
And she is left screaming as the episode ends.
mm,
That's a
It's
lot.
it's
that's
Yeah.
too
it's a heck of
much.
a first episode.
It is a heck of
Whew.
a first
Mhm.
I'm
episode.
out of breath from telling. I hope I did justice because
Yeah.
it's so much.
It's kinda crazy
And
to me how you were like, "And after all this chaos, I was hooked."
Oh, for
yeah.
me?
Or
Yeah.
for both
Oh
of
Oh.
you
yeah.
guys.
Oh, yeah, by the end,
Yeah.
I was
It's
like,
nuts.
they killed kids in the they killed the
They killed
person that
off
I
our
liked the
favorites, yeah.
best.
That
So I had to
sucks.
see like, I had to
Yeah,
find out what was coming
same,
because it was so funny
same.
when the 3 of us are watching it, Rachel's here and Kristin and I talk about how cool, like, "Oh, man, Teddy's outfits are cool,
And
his
she
hair," we're
knows
like, we
what's
like
about
this
to
kid." Yeah, she's
happen.
like, "I didn't wanna tell you guys your
Yeah,
favorite character was about to die."
Why do they do that?
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
as much
man.
as the very beginning of the episode, like, repelled me, the ending of it hooked me, so I and it was such a ride
Mhm.
this first episode, and that's what made me wanna and literally, Rachel and I she had already watched it, we binged the entire thing in one full day, so, yeah.
Now, I know a lot of people have really said how much they love this show, and I have to admit, uh, that first episode, there's a lot going on, and I
Mhm.
don't know
Mhm.
that I feel like I would be confused. I
You
feel
wouldn't
like
stick
I would
around?
be disturbed.
You are
You
left
are, but
confused.
I feel like it's disturbing enough and confusing enough that you're like, "I have to figure out what
Like,
happens."
Really?
right,
That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
mm.
Doesn't you
Yes.
didn't get that
Allison's
feeling,
like,
Allison?
No, that probably would have been where I ended, be like, "Well, that was good
"Mm."
enough."
Oh my
I
god, it's so good.
mean
I had a professor when I did my master's in education, and I will never forget this, and I truly believe it is when I was teaching, that in order to get kids to want to learn, you have to create incoherence first. So you
uh-huh.
confuse
Mm.
them, and then the brain wants the answer. But if you don't confuse them first, they really could probably give a shit about what you're trying to teach them.
That
So
That
makes
makes
sense.
I
sense.
think that's what this
Mhm.
show did for me. It created that incoherence
Yeah.
and made
Mhm.
me want to understand it. So
So,
Yeah.
are the rest of the episodes as I don't wanna say all over the place because it wasn't like I couldn't follow. It was just a lot of things were happening.
As wild?
Yeah, as wild. Is it or
It ebbs and flows. There's gonna be
okay.
yeah,
more
it's a
wildness, but
ride, but
the
and
the next one
again,
that
we have
I'll
multiple
yeah.
storylines going on, which can
Mhm,
get a little
Mhm.
confusing.
Mhm.
So, I hope I did that
Um,
justice.
no, that was good. The next one that I'll cover is a little milder.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That whole first just the whole first scene in the car just
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
not I
I could
don't
see
like
why
any of
Kristin
that.
turned it off at that point.
Yeah, it seemed ridiculous to
Mhm.
me. So, I was like, "This is silly, and I can't do this." But the baby was actually terrifying at the end. So as silly as the baby felt to me at the beginning,
Mhm.
the bigger version of it was quite terrifying at the end, and what happened to poor Teddy, I still haven't forgiven them for doing that, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Jeez.
Another person's gonna come up that you're gonna love
Yes,
almost,
that we love,
if not
yeah.
more than Teddy, so
Mhm.
mhm.
You know something I love about these, movies or shows or anything that kind of focuses on a group of kids is a lot of times the kids travel on bikes, and I feel like the
Mhm.
Mm,
bikes just almost become their own characters in a
right.
way, if that makes
Mhm.
any
Yes,
sense. I don't know, they just use the bikes for so much and makes
the
me think of,
nostalgic
like
thing,
yeah, like
yeah.
Now
Yeah.
and Then, that show now or the movie Now and
Love
Then.
that
Yeah.
I
movie.
do too!
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
It's
So
such a
good.
good movie, and they're just
That's one of my
always
favorite movies.
riding around on their bikes and singing and all that stuff, and I just love it. I love it.
And kids don't do
Mm.
that anymore, it's kinda
They
sad they don't
don't.
have that
No, 'cause they
No.
might get
experience.
kidnapped. You can't do that anymore.
I
Exactly.
know.
Well, these kids
Jesus.
might get kidnapped too, but nobody seems to care.
No, the parents never
No,
cared
they
back
need to
then, that's
stay
the
in the
difference.
house too.
Mhm.
Oh
Well,
gosh,
thank
so
you,
I
Kristen.
Yeah,
enjoyed this show, thank
that was
you.
wild.
It
Yeah,
was. And we'll be, back next week with, episode 2 of Welcome to Derry.
Awesome.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Bye.
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 For more information about our episodes, follow us on Instagram at Fear and Wine Pod. And if you have a fun discussion question that you'd like for us to answer on the podcast, send it to us at fearandwinepod@gmail.com.